What's going on, champs and champions? It's FireMonkey here, and in today's YouTube video, we have some pretty interesting things to talk about regarding some recent leaks that have come out in the community related to, as you can probably tell by the title of today's video, not only Creative 2.0, aka UEFN's official release date, but on top of that, a collaboration planned for Creative 2.0 between Fortnite and none other than LEGO. Now, I'm going to say this right away because I'm not going to be talking about the LEGO piece until a little bit later in today's YouTube video, but if you ever see any leaks on social media regarding something codenamed Juno game, that is related to this upcoming LEGO collaboration because they are planning some pretty big things for this collab. And oh, I'm getting stuck right here. Okay, that's not a good thing. Let me just go ahead and run over here real quick. But they're planning some pretty big things for this LEGO collaboration to the point where they kind of have it named as if it was its own game entirely. So, you know, we have a lot to speculate on with that, but let's start it off by talking about where all this information even came from. So the information regarding the release date for UEFN, aka Creative 2.0, and everything else just going on has been leaked because we've actually gotten access to the Creative 2.0 files a little bit early, right? For some reason, there was this whole entire situation that went down where some leakers were able to actually grab those files and use a UEFN before it was even released, which is what we're going to be referring to Creative 2.0 as from now on because that's the official name for it. And because of that, they were able to dig through the files, find all the juicy bits of information that aren't even in the current files that you and me have access to right now. So that's why we've started to see a lot of leaks recently regarding, you know, like the Family Guy collaboration and all that stuff being worked on at some point. It's because we got access to files that technically we weren't even supposed to have access to. Now, based on these files, a lot of plugins that are specified and, you know, used specifically for Creative 2.0, or I guess UEFN as we're supposed to be calling it here. You know, I keep switching between the two names. I'm doing a terrible job at that, I apologize. But all the files signify that the release date for Creative 2.0 is set to currently be January 31st with the v23.30 update. So that means not this next update that we're going to be receiving in a few days, but the update a few weeks later is going to be the massive update that actually releases Creative 2.0 into the wild for everyone to finally use, assuming that, you know, you have a computer that can run Unreal Engine, basically, right? Because it is basically, you know, a scrapped down, you know, a stripped down version of Unreal Engine for Fortnite creative mode. So it's going to be, you know, a little restrictive here and there, but at the same time, there's going to be a lot we're going to be able to do. So it's going to be exciting to see that it is pretty much still releasing and set to release as of right now by the end of January, you know, going into early February, and like literally at the very end of January, if we're being honest here. Now, based on everything I've seen and, you know, that has been leaked publicly, it appears that how it's going to work is it's going to basically work like, you know, the Unreal Engine editor and everything, but something that is pretty cool about it is if you make a normal island in Creative 1.0, that island is instantly going to be available for you in the Creative 2.0, I guess, Unreal Engine editor for Fortnite, and you'll be able to instantly just grab that map that you made back then, you know, using all the devices or whatnot, take it with all the devices and everything still working on the map, and update it and bring it into UEFN in order to make a revamped version of that map. So it's like you'll be able to actually grab these maps and you'll be able to transfer them over without having to worry about losing any progress or anything like it. Now, keep in mind, once it releases, there might be some bugs with the whole transfer system and stuff like that. So if something happens, you know, some corruption issues here or there or whatever, Epic Games might be aware of it, and, you know, hopefully nothing like that actually ends up happening, but it is something to keep in mind. It's been worked on for a long time, so there is just no knowing what could actually go wrong with this. But yeah, it's very nice to see that not only are we going to be getting Creative 2.0 very soon, but we will also be able to just import our Creative 1.0 maps by logging in with our Epic Games account and not having to really worry about one thing or another or having to make an entirely new map for something that you had planned in the past. So if you're out there waiting for creative mode to get its massive upgrade and you want to work on a map right now, I would say go ahead and start working on it in Creative 1.0, and then once UEFN releases, go ahead, plop your map in there, start learning it, tinkering around with it, and upgrading it to be a UEFN map. Now, other than this, we also got some leaks regarding LEGO, and this is very interesting because everyone's heard about how Epic Games and LEGO want to make this whole metaverse thing, and, you know, they want to bring stuff together or whatnot, and everyone speculated if we're going to ever see a LEGO collaboration in Fortnite, such as, you know, like a minifigure backbling or something like that, but nothing's actually came out of it. Well, with the leaks regarding UEFN, we had found something called Juno Game. Now, Juno is the codename for a LEGO collaboration, and based on the files that have been posted publicly online and, you know, have been shared with the community, community, it appears that Epic Games is working on two very interesting things. One is a Lego model importer, which means that you might be able to take like an actual model of a Lego build or something, like, you know, just like the Millennium Falcon or something like that, and put it into creative mode through UEFN and just make that a thing that you have, you know, just fully blown Lego build and stuff like that. But they also mentioned some things regarding a whole entire database for Lego bricks, you know, for like, you know, primitive bricks, all those different types of bricks that, you know, you would use for building stuff with Legos. They have this data being prepared for a whole entire database related to them, so it really seems like we might either just get all these models and stuff that, you know, you would be able to build with normal Legos in person, put into UEFN through a database or something like that, and there also is the chance that we might actually just be able to have just this massive database of massive Lego bricks just in there, right? So it's like if you ever get bored one day, you could really just grab this database if it does end up releasing, you know, with all the bricks available or whatnot, finding like a manual online for some actual Lego build and just recreating that in Fortnite. And that could just be a thing you do, right? You could just go ahead and get bored one day and use UEFN, not to make a creative map, but just to have fun with Legos. And I think that's kind of fun to see, but at the same time, they do use an interesting codename being Juno Game, which means maybe they make it like a game mode in a way or something like that, right? Because if you look at it, when it comes to Fortnite itself, Fortnite goes by Fortnite game. So, you know, everything in Fortnite is in a Fortnite game folder and all that type of stuff. So it could be like a whole entire separate application entirely or something, where it's like you have Fortnite, you have UEFN, and then you have the Lego model system or whatever using Juno Game. You know, there's the chance that that is a completely different file or completely different application entirely. And it's really just kind of exciting to see that, you know, even with it being more on the vague side and us not knowing what's actually going down, there's still something Fortnite's planning with Lego behind the scenes that they've been working on for quite some time now, and it's still getting updates as recently as, like, you know, this past few weeks. So that's going to be super exciting to see a release in the game. But for today's comment question of the day, I gotta ask you guys, with this Lego collaboration coming to the game, do you hope that they do something else instead of just, you know, a collaboration with the creative side of things? And do you hope we get like a back bling or something? Because personally for me, when it comes to this collaboration, I just want to see some Fortnite themed Lego sets, right? You know, some Fortnite minifigures or something like it. I just like, you know, I think about it and I'm like, imagine you're out there and you have all these Lego minifigures, and then you have the battle bus, you have Jonesy, you have all these core characters, Midas, whoever else, and you could just have them as actual physical Lego products. I think it would be a nice thing to see, but of course, as of right now, we have no leaks regarding anything like that, and past rumors or whatever have been proven to be false. All we know as of right now is that they are working on some sort of collaboration with at least the UEFN/creative mode side of things. So that's an exciting thing to see, and also it could open the opportunity for even more collaborations with Lego in the future between Epic Games and, you know, Fortnite and whatever else with Lego. So that's just exciting to see overall, and hopefully this video gave you all the information you need to know. If you liked it, consider subscribing to support the content I create, and with that said, I'll see you guys tomorrow with another YouTube video. Peace out.